Why do landscapers suck? My name's Eli Hall, and I'm with AMS Landscaping out of Phoenix, Arizona. I often get this question, and this is something that we as a company are trying to change as far as the mindset around this industry, but it's something that I feel needs to be talked about and something that needs to be addressed. So I just have a list here of things that often come up, things that I hear about from some of my competitors, things that are just kind of normal for the industry that should not be normal. And I just wanted to talk about them and see if I could get some more feedback for myself. The first one that I hear a lot of is just a lack of follow through, just a lack of doing what they said they were going to do. It seems kind of obvious that if somebody says they're going to do something that you want to felt like the expectation was made. And that's something here at AMS Landscaping we try to follow up and focus on by adding checklists to our service crews, so that when they are done with the property, they're filling out a checklist form and you're getting that checklist emailed to you immediately upon the completion of the work. And a lot of follow-up is just obviously around communication, making sure that that we clearly understand the expectation that, needs to be met for the customer, and delivering on that expectation. But also just follow up when it comes to returning calls. I hear this often where landscapers don't call back. They leave a message or send an email and don't hear back. That's something we strive on here. We have multiple systems so that it hopefully never gets to voicemail here when you call into our office, and that we respond right away with our team here when somebody leaves a message, whether it's voicemail or email or even text message, and just doing constant follow-up when it comes to having to reschedule. Now, that's the other thing, missing the schedule, missing completely the service date altogether. We have a really good system in place where if not all the jobs are going to get done, we have a message that goes out to every client knowing like, hey, there was either equipment failure or maybe there was a job that we got stuck on because a tree fell or whatever the case may be. But communication is like the number one thing that's going to make a big difference when it comes to understanding where the crew is, where, expectation about the day they're supposed to arrive. We send out an email a week before what day we're going to be arriving at your property, and you get a text message the day before we service your property. And if there's any issue that's going to go on, we actually try to divert other crews to make sure that your job gets done for that day. But if there's any issue where there's got to be a reschedule, we overcommunicate in that manner as well and make sure that you get a notification letting you know that we had a reschedule. So many things can come up, but communication still is the number one thing here. Another issue, what landscapers suck, is high turnover. In this industry, you have a lot of high turnover normally. We've actually dealt with that in years in the past and have come up with systems for us and able to keep our teams around longer, keep them motivated and loving to work here at AMS Landscaping. We have bonus structures built on performance and reviews. We actually bonus our team members when they get a review and their name is written on the review. So we make sure there's communication with the customer, and also incentivized on their efficiency, on how they can get everything done that they're supposed to get done on the property in a timely manner and still make sure that the client is happy with that good communication. So that has incentivized a really good team culture here. Aligned back here with our values, we find that we just have employees that are stickier, that stay longer. And when they stay longer, they build relationships with our customers, and we just see a better long tail effect of that. So it's a big win for us when we can do that. And we notice that when it comes to other landscape companies, we see a lot of turnover happening. And sometimes that's why you're not getting the consistent service that you might not be used to. Seasonal challenges. Obviously, in the summer, it picks up. It gets a lot busier. In the winter, there's less growth. So because of that, keeping a staff busy during the off season is really important. We try to do upsell offers to keep our team busy, to make sure that we have the same team that was so busy in the summer and able to keep them busy in the wintertime so that they're around next summer to be the same crew that's at your property the following year. And so extreme heat and extreme cold obviously impacts the way things grow, and we want to make certain that we have a consistent staff available for our clients. Overloaded schedules. This is something that we're very cognizant of and want to make certain that we're not overbooking our crew, but keeping them busy to get the hours that they're capable of getting to, feed their families, but also not so over capacity that we aren't able to get every job done on the day that we say we're going to get the job done. And we find ourselves 99% of the time able to get the job done on the day that we schedule it for. So that's something that we're really proud of here at AMS Landscaping. So those are some of the things. Other issues we see why landscapers might suck is they're not a right fit for your property. We find that there's specialized landscapers that focus on huge homeowner association properties that may not be as good a fit for residential applications. So a residential landscaper that's really good at knowing how to deal with customers and knowing what the needs of the customers are different than a customer of a commercial property even, or a homeowner association, or a hotel or a resort even, or even different size properties. If you have a landscape company that's doing larger properties all the time, they might be a little bit more overpriced for your smaller home that maybe is under 13,000 square foot or something. So, and those landscapers really specialize at the smaller properties at getting a lot of smaller homes done. And when they're more consistent work along the line, you're going to see a more consistent type mindset with the crews and not as much discrepancy between the type of work that they're able to do and what they understand, what the meeting of expectations. But the biggest thing that I really want to talk about is, why do landscapers, how do they even stand out? This is something that I'm actually here asking for. This is something that we're working on as a company, something that we do, that we do a lot of different things that we utilize our team. We use a lot of technology. There's a lot of things that we're utilizing to really stand out in the marketplace. But I ask my team often, what makes us different than any other landscaper out there? Because landscapers kind of are painted with a broad brush, and we want to stand out. And so some of the things that we do here at AMS Landscaping is, one of our newer policies is knocking on every door and asking the two questions of every customer that is able, that's at home even these days, to, hey, how's service going and what can we do to improve it? I mean, those two questions, just asking those two questions, just making the customer feel like they're getting the service that they deserve. They're paying for a service. They should feel like they're getting service. And it's more than just coming in and cleaning up the property. It can also sometimes just be like, this one branch is bugging me that needs to be trimmed in the backyard. I just see it overhanging. I don't like the way it looks. And maybe nothing's wrong with it, but if the customer wants it cut, let's get it done for them. So communication, it's back to communication. I mean, every time, that's what we see the most impact, most value for our clients, is when we're over communicating. But some other little things that I have my team looking for are like, roll up the hoses at a customer's home. We're at the property, we're already servicing, instead of leaving the hose just rolled out, maybe roll it up. It's just a little something that makes us stand out. Any little thing like that. And we're actually looking for other ideas for our customers. What kind of things does your landscaper do? Or maybe things that you would like to see your landscaper do that's kind of a normal thing, is kind of like the feedback we're asking for here on this video. So once again, my name is Eli Hall with AMS Landscaping out of Phoenix, Arizona. If you have any questions, or if you want an estimate from us, you can go to our website at AZ Lawns. You can also call us at 602-944-0421, but also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook at AMS Landscaping, and also check us out on Instagram and X at AZ Lawns. Make it a great day. Já viu rico namorar pobre?